Well, hey there guys, Mower Innovations back for another video, and I think it's today. That made little to no sense. I think today we're going to actually make a start. I'm getting this gun going because this happened on the MTD. Split the frame, no surprises there. Friggin' MTDs. I'll get a better view of that for you. There we go, nice and split, and that mount there is all snapped off. So, Victor is what we're going to be using. So this Victor is actually pretty much the same thing as Fearless Front's Murray, the Murray off-road mower. So yeah, so today we're going to pulley swap it, but we're not going to pulley swap it like this one, little wee pulley on the back, it's got like a 4-inch or something. We're going to pulley swap it hectic, and on the back we're going to go for a 3 or 4-inch, but then on the front we're going to put an 8 or a 9. Because partly reason for this is that I want to use the original belt, and yeah, so depending on how fast it goes, I might ungovern it. Need to get rid of this. I'm going to keep one of these as a choke, so like all the way up and choke it, and then to retard the choke and stuff. Still wired up all the same. So I'm probably going to also do the same thing as what Fearless Front did with the how to build a better clutch. That's what he called it. I might put a better camera stinger on it, maybe, instead of this thing, because you don't really get good view. Maybe a POV or something. I never made a video on how to do this. That's a pull starter for your Briggs engines. Need to put one on here, which might be harder to do. Quite a bit bigger. I'll look into it, but yeah, so I need to mess around with this thing, and I'll meet you back down at the shed and we'll take a look at this thing. It also needs a new exhaust. It's fucked, but everybody loves loud exhaust, so I might just do kind of like just a tailpipe just goes straight down. I might do something like Fearless Front did, I don't know. I also need to buy a battery, or at least recondition the battery I've got, because it's knackered. And probably I haven't decided yet, but I might make this thing a bit better. You may remember in quite an old video of mine, probably like my first or second video of me making this thing. Good area though. I mean, Fearless Front's got his little thing under the seat, because this thing's a rear discharge. It doesn't, the battery's here instead of where his one would normally be, and most lawnmowers ones are. Might even put it in the front, but yeah, so alrighty, so camera's dusty. We've got the original transmission. Fucking bench is a tip at the moment. And then we've got the one that would go at the front. Here's the Mower deck one. You don't need to have that on there. I cut that off. I was actually originally going to pulley swap the Victor with this one on the front, and then I was like, nah. So I cut it, and I decided that I wanted to have a racing mower, and then again I've decided that I don't want to have a racing mower, so I've cut this. And a pulley about this size will go on the back, about that size, to operate to turn the transmission. So now what we're going to want to do is we need to get something, whether it be the angle grinder or a hole saw, and just cut this out. I'm probably going to use the angle grinder. You can use pretty much anything as long as it cuts. You'd probably use a hacksaw if you really wanted to. Alright, I'll get back to you once I've done that, and yeah. Alrighty guys, so on my pulley, I only removed the top part. The top half of the pulley. Here it is here. Is it hot? Ooh, it's warm. So, I cleaned it up a wee bit. So that just would have been on there. Wherever the hell it went. I hope you saw that. Here is angle grinding bits up my shirt and they hurt. So, you know. My whole arm is just covered in bits. I'm surprised it didn't burn the hairs off. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend all of this flat. So I'm going to bend it flat. I need to rest it on something metal and thick. So we can do that and just bash it down with a decent sized hammer. Alrighty, I'll show you how to do that once I find my piece of metal. Alrighty, so I couldn't find a bit of metal, so vise. Yes, I know it's a woodworking vise, I don't really give a crap. So, I'm just gonna so you'll probably have to take it out and then turn it round and then continue. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, and I'll show you once I've done. You see it's a lot more flat now compared to that. You see it's kind of curling out and then it's not, so I need to smooth it out a lot more. I'll get back to you once I've done that. Alrighty, so now that you've done that, flattened it out, now what you're going to want to do is you need to find a hole saw that is the same size as the outside diameter of this. So probably grab your pair of verniers, calipers or whatever you call them. So that's measuring about 31.5 millimeters. So I managed to find a hole saw close to that size. You can see it's a nice good fit. It's not great. I always drill a test hole in wood just to make sure. So now what we're going to do is going to turn to the attention of your pulley here. So what you're going to want to do with this guy is you want to drill out this flange, this little piece here. Do not throw it away and do not wreck it too much because we're going to need it again later on. Okay, so once you've done that, I'll show you what to do next. There we have it. She's all drilled out. I was going to use the little wee Ryobi 5-speed, but the pulley hit this piece, so I broke out the big boy drill. She got hot, I can tell you that. And after looking at it and after stopping a couple times to oil it up, the hole saw size is 32 millimeters or 1 1/4 inch. So there you have it. 1 1/4. Because it makes sense really, because the inner size of this shaft is 1 inch, because that's the shaft of the Briggs engine. That's the thickness, and that looks about 1/4 inch. So now that you've done that, we need it just a little bit warm. It's got pretty hot. I need to grind off this little flange thing, and I'll get back to once it's done that. Alright, so the next step is we need to install this onto this. So to do that, the reason why I drilled this hole out the same size as this shaft is so that it's not a sloppy fit. You see, it's quite snug, it's a good fit. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to drill out where all these little rivets are, or spot welds, or whatever they are. And you want to drill them out. I'm going to drill out at least 6 of them, because you know, it's overkill's good. So I'm going to do that. and I'll get back to you once I've done that. I'm going to have to do it with the hand drill, or the electric drill, not the drill press, because this, oh, hang on, it might, but yeah, never mind, that's not important. You can use a hand drill, whatever, vintage drill, just drill through it. Yeah, so you want to drill the hole to the size of the bolt that you're going to be using. So I'm probably going to be using these, since I have a lot of them. They may not work, but I can just go into Mower 10 or something and go and grab some more. Alrighty, enough of that, let's go. Alrighty, just drilled it. Look at that, still got the swarf and stuff on there. Let me find a brush. Yep, and over the two-stroke bridge and power pointy parts. Okay, so now, so what you want to do now is you want to get your pulley and you want to put it in there like that. Or whatever the way you're going to run it. You see, with my welds here, they're not very good. They're quite shocking, in fact. They're quite blobby, so that they won't go through here and sit up next to that. So I'm just going to just do it this way. It shouldn't hurt it. It just means that you might have to put a spacer on here just to bring it up a bit more. So now's what you want to do. Let's put you guys down for a second. Thank you. Is you want to have it like that. You want to set it on there, and then you want to get a felt pen and just mark each of the holes. I'm not going to use every single one of these holes. I just marked all of them because I just drilled them all out because I might. If I want to, I can put them all in, but if I don't, I won't. But hey, so this, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. For this end, you may not be able to use this existing flange, that we drilled out earlier. You may not be able to use that for the other pulley. If you may remember on a video, I believe it may have been called Getting the MTD Going or something rather, we used a, let me dig through my box of pulleys. I've got a few. We used a pulley similar to this, and we just got the flange, I'll use this one as an example. With that little thing still in there, I just cut all the way around there, took that whole piece out and put it in there, and it centered itself quite nicely, and it was quite lucky really, and yeah, so that was what I did, and it worked quite well. I was surprised actually. So now what we're going to do is we need to go and find a vivid, and we need to mark it. But first, before I do that, I'm just going to grind this whole area more flat, because as you can see it's sticking up a bit. That's beyond hammering down. I'm just going to, grind it out and, get rid of it all so that we can do this. Okay, so once you've done that, I already drilled my holes. So what I did transfer them is I just rested them in the vise, and I got the pulley, and I set it on there, got a felt pen, and then just marked in all the holes. I'm not going to use all of these holes because I'm not even sure how many there is. I haven't bothered to count them yet. It's just a bit too excessive and there's no point. 6 is usually enough. By the looks of things, I've got 8 here, so yeah, 8. So I might use 7. I might use more. I don't know. Depends on how many bolts I can find that will fit. Alrighty, so I'll finish drilling them out, and I'll come back once I've done that. Alright, so I've got it out here. Drilled the holes. I've found some bolts to go through. These bolts are pretty good. I've used them before. They work. They're alright. They're not great. I'm going to need some Loctite. This is what I'm using, just normal Loctite. 243 thread lock, medium strength. Suitable for multiple surface types. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to Loctite up each one, and then put the nuts on. And once I've done that, I'll show you what to do next. Alright, done the front pulley. There you have it. It's got all the bolts in there. I've got 7 in there. That should be plenty. Loctite it down. I think so. Now we're going to be working on the rear pulley. Well, the new rear pulley, I should say. So before I do this, you're going to need to get yourself another pulley that fits on your transaxle with the keyway. That's just the way I'm doing it, but you can do it some other way. We're pretty much just going to repeat the process, but not using this. We're going to use the flange plate. We're going to make a flange plate. We're going to need pulleys like this, a little wee one like that, and that's pretty much all we're going to do to it. I'll show you once I need to go and get the other pulley, and I'll bring that down and I'll show you.